Hello friends, it's Chromatic Sauce and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be finishing up this roasted marshmallow that I did the lines for you guys not long ago. I'm not sure when I'm posting either of these videos. But yeah, I did the black shading off camera. Sorry if you missed it. It doesn't exist. That video does not exist. But I hop straight in with the brown. That's my darkest color. I do the branch first. I'm using a Bug Pin 9 mag here, which is it's just like small enough to get into that space. I feel like I probably prefer to use like a standard mag versus a Bug Pin mag for color, but I feel like for small enough areas, it's pretty good. Like when you need a little bit of a tight area, it's good to use the tools you got. But yeah, for the branch, I kind of left gaps and I just like got that edge there next to that dark shading and like put a little blobs like throughout the branch to get like some dark tones. And then I switched mags. I switched to a bigger mag. That's a standard 15 mag, if I remember correctly. I've been using this like slightly bigger mag recently. I haven't always been like super confident in using like very large mags. I'm sure other people can like understand that feeling maybe from like earlier times in your tattoo days. I don't know. But I've definitely gotten a lot more confident like using a mag and packing color in general over the past like even like the past year. Like I feel like I've gotten a lot better with it. But yeah, super happy that I'm able to use a lot bigger mag than like a Bug Pin 9 mag. I'm able to get tattoos done faster, pack color a little bit faster, and I feel like that's better for me and my clients. I feel like I've been really working on like getting into a groove. Like I don't want to rush through a tattoo, but I want to keep a good pace. I don't want to like force the client to sit there for hours and hours. Especially like this is a little bit of a sore spot like right above the knee, so definitely happy to use the 15 mag when I can. But yeah, so after that brown color, I don't remember if I said, I'm using all solid ink in this video. Solid ink for the color, and the black ink is actually Allegory. But so the branch is just, I think it's just brown, the regular brown that comes in the regular set. That's probably not that helpful. And then this color orange is literally just orange. I don't always use orange because it tends to like, orange is one of those colors that tends to fade a little bit faster than some other colors at times. So I use it pretty sparingly, not super often. If you see orange, I probably tried to mix red and yellow a little bit. I don't know. I tend to avoid orange when I like plan designs. I don't know. Maybe I'm making things up because I just did another tattoo with orange. But it was, you know, sometimes you use orange. It's okay. But I thought this spot was pretty good for it. Same thing with the other tattoo I did. You'll see that. I filmed that one too. This is on her leg. Legs are a little bit better for like, you know, they're not always out in the sun. It's good to avoid the sun fading. She also said she swears she'll use sunblock all the time. And she says she doesn't, I don't know. I don't remember if she said she doesn't go in the sun that much. I know I don't go in the sun that much, so maybe I'm just putting that on her. But either way, I felt like it would be fine, like having the orange on the thigh. And then she wanted to change my original color that I was planning to do. This was, I think I was planning to do like fig or something. And, like I said in the lines video, you don't have to tell me twice if you want to switch a color to blue, because I only made it purple because I feel like I always do things blue. So I want to change it up sometimes when I put out designs that they're not just all blue designs. But I feel like more often than not, people show up and they're like, hey, can we do this blue instead? And I'm like, well, actually, funny enough, I wanted to make it blue. And when I went in to print out the lines for her, I actually realized that blue was one of the options. It was one of the colors in the file. So I was like, it's pretty funny. Anyway, it's not really that funny. But yeah, I'm using the 15 mag here. Just coloring. I think this color is called pastel blue or something like that. It's a really pretty, like, true baby blue kind of color. It's like not like a teal tone. I think it's a really nice, like, cool light blue color. And she definitely is, like, really pale, so this, like, really light baby blue is definitely gonna pop on her skin tone. Versus, like, if you look at even my skin tone, like, I'm pretty pale too, but, like, I sort of have that, like, yellowish undertone, especially compared to her skin. So it might show up a little bit more teal on me, but I feel like it'll be pretty true to color on her. Anyway, I am still using that 15 mag here with that baby blue. I'm trying to, like, have a little bit more of a purposeful, like, application, and then I'll, like, brush over sections, like, with a lighter touch a lot faster, just to, like, smooth out if there is an edge, and to just, like, make sure it's saturated. Try not to overlap too many times when I do color. It's always a thought, like, we're not gonna overwork the skin, we're just, like, saturating, get out, get in, get out. That's what I do. And then here I am hopping in with this yellow color, and usually I use banana, which is a color from Solid, but this time I was like, let me go for full saturation, because I think banana is yellow with white, but I felt like we already had the, like, kind of pale moon, we have that light color, so I was like, let me go for full saturation yellow. And I wouldn't always do yellow after the, like, pastel blue color, because that one's white, and usually I would do that one last, because just in case, like, there's a little stain going on. But I've really not really had an issue with that. I mostly have an issue with, like, a cast over the top. And I've been told that yellow is more likely to leave a cast over the top, to be honest. So I'm not really sure why I chose to do yellow second. But I feel like the pastel blue would have left more of, like, a white cast, which would wash the colors and the tones out. Versus the yellow, which has, like, a warmer cast, which I feel like would sort of, like, up the brilliance of everything if there's, like, a little cast, because it wouldn't stain the color permanently or anything, so it's not like it was, like, a real risk. It was just, I don't know, I didn't want to do that. Anyway, and then you saw I tested out that 15 mag for the star, but it was just a little too big, so I switched it out for that Bug Pin 9, just to get those little gaps. I want to make sure those are really solid. We played around with these being blue, but I think we all thought that it cooled it off a little bit too much. We all thought that the bright yellow stars would be a little bit cuter. And I also feel like there was enough blue. I feel like the flame makes sense, the colors that it is, and then the stars just make a little more sense yellow. I think if they were blue, it might have been a little too overkill. Now I popped my 15 mag back in. I went into vanilla, but I was thinking that vanilla might be a little bit too light. I wanted it to be lighter than the yellow, but vanilla is kind of like a pale, like almost light beige. So I just took the vanilla and dipped it in the yellow a little bit just to, like, saturate a little bit more. Went back to the little mag with a little mix of yellow and vanilla, but, like, maybe mostly yellow this time, just to grab those little highlights on the top of the branch, fill in, you know, around where I did those blobs, just to catch a little highlight so there's more texture and a little bit more color and vibrancy. Cleaned it off. We had a little break after this because we're on the final stage of just doing those little, like, highlighty low light line things on the other side of the black. So this one, I think I took out a standard 9 round shader. I also think I prefer standards for round shaders. They just, like, the needles are a little more spread out and you can hold a lot more ink. I feel like that's why I like standard mags too. Like, the more ink you hold, the more that is available to put in the skin for every needle prick. Does that make sense? I feel like for a long time I struggled getting the ink to, like, really flow out of the needle. And it really helps to have a lot of ink in the needle when you need it to flow. But yeah, so I just used that same baby blue. I kind of just copied exactly how I designed it. I don't know if I would have done exactly the same design choices now, but I'm really happy with the outcome of this one. Just I don't know if I would have like put highlights on a flame, but I feel like it does add a really cool element. Like the flame looks bubbly like a little bit. But it's kind of emulating a neo-traditional style, so it's a little bit mixed up with that like new school like highlighty thing, but I think it's really cool. But yeah, so I did a pastel blue highlight on the flame and then on the underside of the branch, so that's a cool contrast to the sort of like yellowy vanilla color on the other side with the warm brown. And I'm pretty happy, honestly, I'm pretty happy with the branch. I feel like it turned out exactly how I drew it. And the flame, I feel like the baby blue highlight was probably more successful than if I used fig. I feel like I would have needed a lighter bright, like maybe a lavender would have been cool, but I feel like if I did do the fig, it wouldn't have been my favorite. And then I highlighted with yellow on the moon and the marshmallow because, I don't know, I felt like the blue from the moon was highlighting on the flame and the stick, but then the flame was highlighting on the marshmallow because the marshmallow's on fire, and the flame was like doing something yellow with the moon. I don't know, I designed it a long time ago, but I do think it turned out really cool, and I just like mixing the colors and then pulling the colors throughout where I can. So I like that it's not just blue on the moon. I like that there's that yellow in those parts too. And with all that said and done, I think we're done. You can see there's nothing else to be done. I don't like to fill things in with white. If I can avoid it, I will. But I'm just cleaning her up, and you'll see me rub Bactine on her for like ever, but I like to rub it into the pores. It wasn't for that long. It's soothing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Definitely feel free to comment down below, like this video, share it. Please only constructive criticism or compliments down below, or like conversational things. Let me know what you would like to see next. Follow me on my Instagram at chromatic sauce, and check out my website chromaticsauce.com. Bye.